talks about your future career, you know. So that is the topic of our lessons. We are speaking about this sometimes. So, first of all, you know that exam is a special time in the life of every student. And, of course, everybody should know 10 golden rules for speaking exams. What are they? Let's look at the blackboard and read them. Well, Ella, the first line, please.
Arrive in good time.
Yes, that's a golden rule. Not only for exam, but for all your future career. Don't forget about it. Well, the next, please. Well, Sveta.
Find someone to talk to in English while you are waiting to go into the exam room.
Exam room, yes, you are right. So you have got classmates or maybe some students which are going to pass their English exam. So try to speak English while preparing. Well, the next, please. Well, Sveta.
When the examiner greets you,
Reply. No. Ola, you please.
Hello.
Yes, that's right, Julia, and you.
Good morning.
Yes, great. Tanya. Yes, good morning, let it be so. Good afternoon, yes. What else, Zhenya? And some pleasant words for examiner.
Glad to see you.
Yes, great. Glad to see you. Nice to see you. So, the examiner will be happy and you will be happy, of course. Well, the next rule, please. Well, Alessia.
The examiner will not begin until you say you are ready.
Yes, don't forget. The examiner is your best friend at the exam. Don't forget about it. It will not begin until you say you are ready. Well, the next, please, number 5. Well, who is? Well, Artyom, you're welcome.
Listen carefully to what the examiner says and ask him or politely to repeat it if there is something you don't understand.
Yes, that's right. Well, so what can you say in this situation, please? Well, Alisa.
Pardon.
Pardon, yes, great. What else? Other variants? Yes, well, Zhenya? Yes, great, Artyom.
What do you mean by?
Yes, great, Nikita.
Could you say it again?
Great. Well, Yulia.
Show the examiner what you can do. Don't just give one word answers to questions.
Yes, I mean the questions while warm up. Вы знаете, что на экзамене экзамен начинается с warm up, да, с разминки, где вам дают вопрос, который даже не записывается. Эти вопросы самые разные. Well, for example, what's your hobby, Tanya?
My hobby is painting.
Painting? Well, don't just give one word answer to the question. So, what do you like to draw?
I prefer drawing animals and still life.
Still life, great. Well, so what do you like to do in your free time, Sveta?
I help my parents do my homework and watch videos.
Yes, and you, Gelia?
Visit out with my friends, working with my dog, helping with
Well, great. Well, the next, what kind of books do you like to read? Alisa?
I prefer reading fantastic books because I like imaging and
I like to imagine myself
imagine myself
in imaginative world. Imaginative world. Yes, that's right. Andrei, what's your favorite sport? Why? You know, it's interesting. Golden words, it's interesting, Andrei. If you don't know what to say. Well, Anya, please, where do you like go on holidays? Well, be quick. Where do you like go?
I go to
Well, Christina, and you?
I like to spend time with friends.
With friends. You like to stay here in Kaliningrad or to travel somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay, traveling. Well, that's right. Well, Oля, what do you usually do at the weekends?
I do my homework. And I dance all day
Yes.
in my training.
Yes, you are a great fan of the dance. I know. Well, the next mention.
Mention of the aspect of the test.
Yes, the task which are in your student cards, you know. Well, the next, please. Number 8. Well, Elia.
Well, you give your partner enough time to speak.
Yes, that's right. Number 9, please. Well, Gelia.
Knowing that the examiner wants you to do well, she is not trying to scare you or trip you up.
Yes, we have already discussed that. The examiner, that is your best friend at the exam. And the last one, Nikita.
At the end of exam, thanks
Examiner.
the examiner and say goodbye.
Yes, that's right. So you know, that are 10 golden rules for you. Don't forget about them. And now, let's start our lesson. You are going to listen to some plans for future. You have got such pieces of paper. Just a moment. This one. Take this one. That is the task for listening. Well, while listening for the first time, please don't, Nikita, help me please.
Yeah.
Going to hear some students being asked about jobs. For each student, decide which question they are answering, A or B. What is the question number A? Sveta, read please.
What are you going to do when you leave school?
Yes, and B, Artyom?
Would you like to do the same job as your parents?
Yes, okay. Now listen to the audio and do the task, please.
I would like to be an assistant like my father.
Two. Well, I don't know yet, but probably I will work with computers because I like to spend the time. One.
So please.
I would like to be an assistant like my being an assistant and sitting at an office or every day and don't get out.
Two. Well, I don't know yet, but probably I will work with computers because I like to spend the time with them, and probably I will with computers.
Something that it has to do with mathematics or with numbers, because I like this domain, and
I would like to go to university and study chemistry. Then after my studies, I would like to become a teacher because I love working with children.
Five.
No, because being a taxi driver.
Six.
No, because I think that if I do the same job, then they would help me, and I would like them to help me because I would like to see if I can manage on my own.
Seven.
Well, I'm too young to decide about having a career, but I think that psychology and I'd like to study. And I think that there are some very interesting subjects to have a job, because you can help people by psychology or travel a lot and know many people by journalism.
8.
No, and because my mother is a nursery teacher, and I strongly believe that this job is really exhausting. You keep in contact with many children and little children that cannot understand
Three. Yes, 2, Yulia.
A.
Artyom, 3.
A.
Nikita, 4.
A.
Yes, you are right. Tanya, 5. Really? That's right. Well, the next, please, Alicia. 6.
A.
Really? That's B. Well, Gelia, 7. And 8, please, Nikita.
A.
B. Yes, that's right. So false. Yes? True or false?
One. I would like to be being an assistant and sitting at an office or every day and don't get out.
2.
Well, I don't know yet, but probably I will work with computers because I like to spend the time with them, and probably I will with computers.
3.
Actually, I would love to do something that it has to do with mathematics or with numbers because I like this domain. And I probably like to become a teacher because I adore children and I would like to teach them.
Because I love working with children.
5.
No, because being a taxi driver it's not so good and it's very exhausting.
6.
No, because I think that if I did the same job, then they would help me, and I wouldn't like them to help me because I would like to see if I can manage on my own.
7.
And maybe journalism would be the field that I would like to study. And I think that there are some very interesting subjects to have a job, because you can help people by psychology or travel alone.
And because my mother is a nursery teacher, and I strongly believe that this job is really exhausting, and little children that cannot understand.
Unit 70.
That's right? That was true. Which word have you heard? She gives her opinion because there was the word. When we give your opinion, what do you say? False. Student 3 gives 2 reasons. That's true. There were 2 reasons. Well, student 4 tells us what she wants to study. Nikita. Yes. Student, well, to talk about a hypothetical situation. Christina. That's true. Yes. Student 7 sees voice goes up on her final words. Artyom.
False.
False. And student 8 says, I really believe. Nikita.
True.
False. False. The next card. Well, please give the cards. Make notes. Don't write down full sentences. That's not important for you. Only make notes for each of these questions. You have got 2 minutes. You can work alone or in pairs, it doesn't matter. Well, please. Well, Elia.
I go to study and then to work.
Yes, Sveta. The first question.
Finish school and go to study university and become surgeon.
A surgeon. Yes, great. Well, please, Alicia.
I go to study university and
To become a doctor. Well, and you, Nikita?
To finish school and enter the European University of Medicine.
Say школа in English.
School.
That's right. Well, you please, Oля. The second question. Read, please.
decided on the career.
Yes. Artyom, what about you?
Yes, I go study.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Well, what about you, Geda?
Yes.
And you, Andrei?
Yes.
Yes, you have already decided. Yes. And you, Christina?
No.
No, not yet. Well, great. The third question. Zhenya, read, please.
What do you want to do when you leave school?
Well, please, Alessia.
I want to continue studying at university and to become a doctor.
Okay, let it be so. Well, Sveta. Number 3. Question number 3.
When I leave school, I want to university.
To go to the university. And you, Anya? You don't know. Okay, you have some time to think about it. Well, Gera? What do you want to do when you leave school?
Study at the university.
Tanya?
I would like to go to the university.
Speak louder, please.
I would like to go to the university.
Yes, great. Yulia?
When I leave school, I would like to continue my education at the university.
Yes, great. Well, question number 4, please. Alessia, read.
Would you like to do the same job as your parents?
The same job as your parents. What about you, Elia?
No, I wouldn't, because I don't like C and economics.
Sea, what do you mean? The Baltic Sea?
No, the C.
In general. In general. Okay, great. Oleg, what about you, Zhenya?
No.
No? Would you like? Why? Don't speak in one word. Why?
I don't know. I don't like teachers.
I don't like my parents' jobs. Okay, great. Well, Artyom, what about you?
No, because it is very boring.
Boring for you. Yes. And you, Oля?
My parents are architects and I want to be like them.
Yes, great. Your parents are architects. Well, great. And the last question, Tanya, read, please.
What are your
Requirements?
Requirements for a job?
Well,
Stability and career possibilities.
okay. Well, Elia?
Creative flow gives me an opportunity to travel.
Opportunity to travel. Well, what about you, Sveta?
Gives you opportunity.
Give me.
Give
Why?
me an opportunity to get experience. The opportunity to meet the people, creative, well-paid, and stability.
Okay, great. So you have already listened to each other. You have already listened to 8 students. And now you are going to start to work with your student card. Take it, please. Would you like to get a further education? Why or why not? What you are going to do when you leave school? Whether you prefer doing the same job as your parents. Why or why not? So you have some time to prepare this card using all the materials that you have heard, that you have already done in your papers, and then be ready to speak over the topic. You can work in pairs, of course, and you can work alone. Please start working, well, somewhere about 4-5 minutes. We have a limit of time, you see. Well, please discuss it. You can work in pair. It will help you. You have got notes from the audio. You have got your own notes. Здесь или видишь, как тебе Вот, прям скажешь, что ты хочу, как написать зависит от тебя. Ее ручка. Вот смотри, так, скажи, там надо быть таким, хорошо образованным. Смотри, прям слова. Ты дизайнер, конечно. Дизайнер. Можете одну напоить. Вот смотрите, потому что моя режущая работа требует чего? Она была какая-то. Да? Смотрите, все равно. Давай снова знание чего? Способность говорить на разных языках. Вот это вот все используем. И вот это вот тоже. Все слова, все сюда дальше. У тебя там время есть на это?
exciting choice. Да?
Будет обязательно должен.
Necessary. Еще раз. Что?
If I want this job, после школы.
I need to go, да? Или I should go to the university.
To the, как бы, университет, просто
Medical college, medical university. Нет, people совершенно верно, хорошо.
Пока один отвечает, вы знаете, как мы это делаем, мы оцениваем ответ. Да? Я прошу прощения, мы чуть задержались сначала, да? Мы вот сейчас послушаем и закончим. Оцениваем говорящего по шкале. Пожалуйста, ставьте свои, вы знаете, как работать и где какие баллы ставить. Оцениваем ответ своего товарища. Well, Yulia, are you ready? Examiner, today it's me. Yes? We'll listen until you have finished. Then I will ask you some questions. So please listen to Yulia and don't forget to put down your marks. Well, please, Yulia.
I would like to talk about my future career. Of course, I would like to get further education because I chose a profession that requires a lot of knowledge and skills. When I leave school,